I
Like,
wouldn't be able to actually
this,
do it.
oh,
Yeah,
I just
and
keep
make
it.
it so awkward.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
and
same.
yeah,
Same.
it'd be one of those like. And then he said the reason he does the Ferrero Rocher ones is because it's the lid
You
is
can
see
fit it
through.
in yeah, you know
And
what it is.
and it's sealed, and they know you haven't fiddled it.
Yeah.
You haven't fiddled with it or done anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's calculated.
Yeah. No. But I would be so calculated, but then work it up so much that I get to the fucking like, and just be like,
Yeah. And then just eat them on the flight yourself.
Yeah, totally. I'm like, well, I like Ferrero Rochers anyway.
Yeah. These were for you.
As I'm sitting in the middle seat.
Sorry, this thing.
You mind if we get started?
Sure.
Because I'm going to leave that in. Welcome to the Tuesday night video, everybody. Glenn and Ben here from the Good Movie Monday podcast, and Melsy also from the Good Movie Monday podcast, but also from the Melbourne Horror Film Society. Hello, that was a mouthful. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
How was that?
So, on Monday's episode of the podcast, we talked about killer comedies, movies about killers that are funny, I guess, have a funny sort of twang. We normally do the Tuesday night video as a reactionary thing to movies that we've seen, but we haven't seen anything. Not all at the same time. But
No.
So we thought, well, Ben thought, this was a great idea, which I think we should turn into a weekly segment, Ben, maybe next year.
Ben thought.
To talk about...
So if it goes
If it fails...
Well,
yeah.
funny story.
Stupid idea from the first place.
Funny story, because Chloe and I do the Wednesday night video, and we do little game segments, right? And one of our loyal listeners, Owen, suggested a game for us. Do this game; it'd be fantastic. We did it one episode, and we're like, we won't do that again. It wasn't a good concept.
Sorry, Owen.
He knows, because it was a whisper game, like whisper a title, try and guess, like mime it and guess it. But the problem is, it's like fucking ASMR, because it's like when you try to, the sounds that come in your mouth when you try to.
That's hilarious.
So
It's
anyway,
like a Shin song.
So what we're going to do is talk about movies that were on our shortlist as recommendations but didn't make the cut. How about that?
Right.
So I don't know. I've got a huge list here because I always make my list as long as possible, and I quite often try all these movies off and revisit them and do 5 minutes. If it doesn't catch me, I'm like, well, that's not as good as I remember it being.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. For an upcoming episode that Ben and I are doing, I put on so many movies that I thought were good when I was younger. And
Yeah.
I wasted a lot of time.
I don't know how you find the time to watch
I
them.
don't have the time. I'm up to like 3 a.m. doing this shit. Like
Yeah.
So anyway.
I keep forgetting that not everyone wakes up at 5 a.m. like I do, so that they can actually stay up past 8,
given
8:30,
that I kind
9
of,
o'clock.
I kind of dictate my own hours in a lot of ways, so I work later if I have to, and then I'll stay up and just anyway, whatever. That's for another conversation. So we did comedy killers or killer comedy movies, and there's so many that I had from. I actually had The Frighteners down. That ended up being one of yours. Heathers, I thought, was one that's worthy. If you want to stick to any of these with the conversation, feel free. Killer Joe, I thought. I mean, if you want to talk about any of these at length, I'm gonna.
Killer Joe, is that a comedy?
Yeah, it's funny as.
Hang on, that's the one with Casey
Matthew
Affleck.
McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey, right? It's the one, the William Friedkin film with the fried
Oh,
chicken.
yeah,
and
right,
He
so
does the blowjob with it.
I was thinking of the Casey Affleck one where he beats the shit out of Jessica Alba so bad that I was like, that wasn't a comedy.
Is that?
Is that Out of the Furnace?
No, that's absolutely not a comedy.
No, it's killing.
I can't think of
It's
what
like-
it's called, but yeah,
It's a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
it's
It's something like
not a
Killing
comedy.
Joe. It's
No,
like that.
It's not
It's
that one
similar
at
to it.
all.
Yeah, no.
So the next one's Nil by Mouth.
The Boys, followed by The Boys.
To Die For. I
The
thought that'd
War
be up-
Zone.
To Die For.
I thought you might have gone for To Die For.
The Die For, it falls into a funny period for me of like being obsessed and simultaneously disgusted by Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Isn't that just life?
That's my whole relationship with Nicole
I
Kidman.
feel like that's a pretty common. Well, I mean, I
Well, it's
definitely share that sentiment.
Like
so.
I'll watch Birthday Girl and be like, fuck, I love Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
She's great and everything. And then watch Practical Magic and be like, fuck, I hate Nicole Kidman.
You know what?
She's terrible at
So
everything.
I just think that I don't like her, but then when I
Yeah, and
actually
you watch
think
it,
about the
yeah.
things that I've seen her in, like, I actually do
I'm
like
resided
her.
to liking her. Like
Yeah.
I've gone through that process, and now I've
Yeah.
decided no, I do like
No,
her.
she's great.
Yeah.
Like it's objectionably,
Yeah.
Objectionably.
But I just
objectively,
don't think that
she's
I
great.
like her. I just don't
Objectionably,
think
I disagree.
But yeah, it's a yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
a bizarre thing.
I learnt
isn't it?
something new about her that I didn't know. So I was watching Rhett and Link, who do the
She's a redhead. No.
Yeah. I've seen Windsurfer.
Yeah.
No, but I was
Jesus.
watching Rhett and Link, who do Good Mythical Morning on YouTube, and they were talking about Nicole Kidman, and one of them just said her best performance, legitimately, like not joking, was the entertainment at the cinemas. She obviously does over in America.
Oh no, she does it in America. Yeah,
I don't know
it's
that.
a big joke on a couple
I
of
want to
podcasts I
see
listen
this.
to.
Is it on
Yeah.
YouTube? Can I just watch it?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure it would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she actually good in it?
She does like it's one it's for a chain, one of the
Yes, it
chains,
is, Yeah. Yeah.
and she does like and
I
that's
don't see her in a Hoyt's featurette.
Yeah.
I don't see her at
I-
Village.
Well, that's-
I have actually seen it, and
It's not all that.
the
I don't
joke
think
the,
so.
These
the,
aren't movie guys.
the
I
anyway.
jokes-
don't even remember.
the jokes that I've heard about it is that she's sitting in a cinema by herself basically.
Yeah,
So of
yeah.
course it's great.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's just at home,
It's
right?
only when
In her own cinema.
Oh, yeah.
What have you got? Some? I mean, I've got heaps, but
Well, like the main thing that I've got to say is that the Boneheads fucking like,
They stole all yours.
Stole all of mine. Like 3 of my absolute favorite movies: Tucker and Dale vs. Evil.
yep, it's a great one. Hang on, it's been a while since I've watched it. I do remember it, but are they killers in it?
Well, no,
Exactly right. So they're
So
not.
so
no,
that's-
but
that was the kind of thing-
the other people think they are,
Yeah, right.
yeah,
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 and they
So
keep
it's
they
like
keep
a red
killing
herring,
themselves
right?
around them,
Yeah,
and they're freaked out. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
great.
Oh, it's so
Exactly.
good.
So
But that's
Yeah.
where, like, the things that they brought, like, I was like, oh, that's why I didn't go with
Yeah,
those. But,
so-
like, I'm just like, you've named 3 of my
No, but
absolute favourite movies.
what you can
but-
do is just throw it on the Boneheads for fucking that up because it's not
Yeah,
actually a
okay,
killer
alright,
movie.
alright. But Freaky, you'd probably say,
Yeah, totally,
is, like,
totally.
and that's absolutely one of the best movies.
It's
like,
clever.
Of recent time. Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it
Absolutely.
does what we've all seen 100 times before and just makes it new.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's so good. And then the Final Girls,
Yeah.
that was another, like, we have actually done, the Melbourne Horror Film Society has actually done all 3 of these
Those
screenings
films.
in recent time. Yeah, like, some of them, like, Freaky and the Final Girls was online, watch parties during COVID.
I still
Yeah.
don't understand how those work.
We won't go into
I don't
that.
get it.
We'll talk
I don't get it. Yeah.
again.
How do I get the code? How do I get the code without having to talk to someone?
And what about you, Ben? What were you going to talk about but didn't?
Well, like I don't know if you're going to leave it in the show, but I almost mentioned one, which was the Bokeem Woodbine
Oh, yeah, it's
movie Blackmail.
Yeah.
Which is so good. Like it's a direct-to-video thing, and I can't. The kind of serial killer guy in it is the guy who plays Lord John Marbury in The West Wing, but he's awesome too. And like Bokeem Woodbine kind of gets caught up with him, and like everyone thinks that Bokeem Woodbine is the nut job when in fact it's the posh British guy who's
Yep.
also like a doctor or something and a serial killer. It's excellent. I was going to talk about. I thought about talking about Killers, which I really like. The rom-com with.
Is that Catherine Heigl?
I've talked about Catherine
Yeah.
Heigl a lot in this,
A lot.
Yeah.
a lot today. But yeah, and well, Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck's mustache is in it,
Yeah.
which is great.
Was he
Always
eating
good.
the sandwich
And-
under a
Always
waterfall?
good.
And it's close.
Google
Close.
that. Tom Selleck waterfall sandwich. Just
Okay.
Google it.
But it also like it's got one of the great kind of what's the?
Umbrella.
Am I spitting on you?
No.
No.
She's
Oh,
vision-
sorry.
Does his mustache
Act like an umbrella. Yeah.
It's funny vision.
I thought I was spraying it.
You don't need a Tom Selleck's mustache as an umbrella.
As to protect you. Yeah.
I so wish I had that prop ready. Just
It's got the I can't remember. I don't know her name, but she does. I think she does some of the voices in Family Guy, and maybe
Miss Maiselchick, like the
Yes,
the
yeah,
manager.
yeah. she's in it. She's like one of the hitmen in it.
Yeah,
Because
right.
that's the whole premise of that film is that Ashton Kutcher and marries Katherine Heigl. What he doesn't tell her is that he is a international assassin, and at some point, just after they're just about to, I think they've got married. I think they've just moved into a new house or something's happened, and they discover that basically all of her, like he gets a red flag where Ashton Kutcher becomes the target. Somebody
Yeah.
puts a hit on him.
I remember.
All their friends are all also international assassins that they don't know.
Yeah.
And they all they start trying to kill them both. And then and Tom Selleck is Katherine Heigl's father.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think what's that? The mum from Home Alone.
Oh, that's Catherine
Catherine
O'Hara.
O'Hara is
Yeah.
is Tom Selleck's wife
Yeah.
in it.
Excellent.
It's,
That's
and Rob
that-
Riggle is hysterical.
When's he
in
not
it.
good? When's he
No,
not
he's
good?
good in
But
everything.
that woman from Miss Maisel and Family Guy, she's always Lois now. Whenever she opens her mouth,
Yeah.
it's all you can hear. It's a bit like Yardley Smith. Like she's just
Yeah.
forever Lisa Simpson.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, anyway, I think this is the first time it's actually a bonus content video. Like this is essentially the dregs from the.
So
the
my
podcast.
other one was Motel Hell.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Cool.
no,
Did I
mine-
cut you off and not let you finish?
Yep.
Well,
No.
I, mean, I was probably going on for a bit. But,
Takes all
but yeah,
kinds of
Motel
critters
Hell,
to make
1980,
Farmer Vincent's
yeah,
fritters.
Exactly.
Fun stuff. I
Yeah.
haven't watched that in ages. VHS days, at least. Yeah.
I think the last time I
So
watched
much
that was
fun.
maybe at the Astor,
Oh.
but during the VHS
Yep.
days.
Geez, that'd be a rough watch on the VHS to the Astor screen.
I for my birthday one year, I played Death to the Pee Wee Squad at the Astor from VHS. And let me tell you, the VHS quality was not the problem with that film. It was just fucking terrible.